Hello, and welcome to this episode of Season 7 of W-EPS The Beak. I'm Andrea Hansen.
And I'm Autumn Forbes.
Judy Romano once said, "Choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life."
Because of this, it is important for EPS students to start thinking about what they want to do with the rest of their lives.
That's where Mrs. Rittscher's career class comes in.
After spending some time learning about different jobs, students finished up their course with a career fair.
Guidance Counselor and teacher Sonia Rittscher feels that this is a great way to end the class. What types of things do you do in your career class?
Eighth grade career class is mostly about exploration, and so we do different assessments that take a look at what their interests are and what their natural abilities are. And we also do we read a book, and we put together a parachute portfolio, which talks about like what is their ideal working conditions and those types of things. We also do an interview, and that interview is with someone in a career that they know they're interested in, and then the last piece is the career fair, where they explore a career that they know nothing about, and then present a career fair presentation on that particular career.
Describe the career fair project.
So the career fair project is based upon this concept of exploration. When they do the interview, that is a career that they already have in mind. Like they, according to their assessments, but also according to what they want to be when they grow up, they get to interview somebody that way. The career fair is a little bit different in that we look at the data completely from the assessments, and it has to be a career that they know nothing about. So then they have to delve in and then figure out things like how much schooling that career takes, what they do on a daily basis, the responsibilities that they have to have in this career, what is the ideal environment for this, what does their day-to-day tasks look like, how much they'll be making. And so then that's part of the career fair. They make up a board, a trifold board, and they have other promotional items. They might have a video of what's going on. And then we invite students in 4th, 5th, and 6th, and then also 7th graders came this year. And actually we had the 3rd graders come, and several teachers too, who come in, and then they are prepared and have practiced their spiel, their career day spiel. Some of them dress up in the career, like wear the different uniforms, or they'll have to dress up like a college career fair, where when you're in college, you're done with your college almost, you go to these career fairs, and then that's where you get exposed and hopefully make connections with people who want to hire you.
How do the students choose their careers?
So like I said, the careers for the career fair, those are any career that they have triangulated their data from their assessments and their parachute, and from that they take a look at what career fields, what career clusters they would be really good at according to their skill level. Also something that according to the assessments they would be interested in doing, and also have valued. Like sometimes people only want to work 9 to 5. Maybe they only want to work during the weekdays. They don't want to work on weekends, or they don't want to work in the evenings. Well, all of those types of things are values. So from there, then, whatever career cluster and jobs are in there, they pick a job that they don't know anything about, and that's what they use for their career fair.
What are the biggest requirements for the project?
The biggest requirements are that they complete the trifold, and that they prepare the information, and they get promotional items put together, and become like the expert of that career to share with the others that come to visit, because then they get to be exposed to that career as well.
What are some strengths of their project?
Boy, some of them did a lot of really good things. There are some really excellent boards, trifolds that were put together. Some of them learned that is what they loved. They loved putting that trifold board together and coming up with the promotional items. And some of the different strengths are just the ability to really delve in and become an expert on something that they didn't know anything about. So I feel like that's a strength that they weren't very happy necessarily to pick a career that they didn't know anything about, but now they know more, and they've also exposed other kiddos to that as well.
What do you think the students learned?
Exploration is the biggest piece. How do you know what you want to be if you don't know all the jobs that are out there? If you're familiar with the job, that's one thing, but this is a piece where then they can they can explore and be exposed to different careers, and maybe it's something that they can think about in the future and they didn't know about it before.
Who was invited to attend?
4th, 5th, and 6th graders were all invited. Only the 6th graders could come. And then the 3rd graders, I sent out an invite on the day, and then the 3rd graders ended up coming. 7th graders also came, and then several teachers and administrators came as well. So I felt it was well attended. It was a half hour and a lot of energy in the room. It was packed.
The class was made up of EPS 8th graders.
They had a lot to say about this project.
Yeah, it was a lot of work. We had to do a lot of career planning.
in like a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Kind of just like a normal class. You learn about what you want to do when you leave.
So really in careers, you just like learn more about what you're interested in for like your career that you maybe want to do when you grow up.
We have a book and like just go through things that you're interested in and different clusters.
We just talked about like how what our careers were gonna be.
We had to try to figure out what career we want to go into and do research on it and make a board about it and explain
Something
it all.
that is within one of our career clusters that we would be good at.
It was fun. Took a lot of work. It was fun, and you had just learn.
So we had to make these boards that were about a career that we had no idea anything about it, and you had to do a bunch of research on it and really just learn more about that career, and then you had to answer a bunch of questions on it.
Mine was an environmental engineering technician.
Mine was a forensic science technician.
I did nursing teacher, food scientist.
I did a forester.
I did an archivist. I did a shoulder and a razor.
I did a water resource specialist.
I went into all my career clusters and picked my favorite and just pretty much narrowed it down to that one.
Yeah, just picked the one that I didn't really know about and explored it.
It was kind of one that when we took our test at the beginning of the class, it was one that kind of matched up with everything that, like my trades and stuff. She's in.
So there was this.
It's a website that we took a test, and it's called U-Science. And
And
it
it-
gave us a whole bunch of career clusters, and we just went through, and if we didn't know them, we put them down if we thought we were interested.
It just looked interesting, and there's a website called U-Science. There's a couple quizzes or tests you have to take, and to see, it'll tell you what you're good at, and yeah.
We used a website called U-Science.
When we did our test, they were on these websites, and the websites you could click on the job that you were gonna do, and it'd have research that you have to take from.
Yeah, it's kind of just like you click on it, and then it tells you about what it does and how you do it.
So on the website that we did, U-Science, it shows a bunch of research on it, and then the questions that we answered were under what's on there. So it basically just, we have to find it and then put it down. It's really easy.
And then just search them up on Google.
We looked them up on the youth science, and yeah, we just looked a whole bunch of the stuff up.
Probably like the essay.
Mhm.
The essay and just really making the board. Putting the board together.
Yeah, that was the biggest.
The research and getting to know the career.
I would say the board, because you got to do more than just research on it.
Neatness. You have to make it big enough for the poster board. You gotta have a couple pictures in it.
Probably not.
Probably not. It's just like really not something
You have
I would
to
do.
know a lot about computers in mind, so that's not me.
Yeah. Probably not.
It depends.
Why not? It's just, it seems like it would be a lot of schooling and, yeah, don't really want to do it.
I'm not really good at studying, so.
No, not really.
Why not?
Because I'm not really interested in anything like that, but it's if you want to do it, that's fine, but I don't want to.
I'm not really my type of job.
Maybe if you were to go to like the requirements, they are in your poster board.
Why?
Because you at least have to have like bachelor's degree to actually enter in like a water resource specialist or whatever you did.
Thanks everyone for taking the time to visit with us about the career fair.
And thank you for joining us for this episode.
Don't forget to catch us on YouTube and follow us on Instagram at W-EPS The Beak.
On air.
In print, in the know.